Welcome to Dadmode, a podcast about the Triforce that is gaming, streaming, and dad life in general.
I stream over on Twitch and TikTok occasionally. I also do Eyes on Gaming, which is a new podcast about gaming news in general. Father of 5 now, and I still have most of my hair.
My name is Moorph. You can find me, it's Moorph on every platform. I stream primarily on LiveSpace, but I do also stream on Twitch and TikTok occasionally when I remember it. I'm only a father of 2, but I have less hair than him. I don't know how that happened. I also own Elevated Media Group, which is streaming tips and consulting and a whole bunch of stuff to help you make you better as a creator. But yeah, that's about me. So this is a new podcast for both of us. He's done Eyes on Gaming. I have done Down the Rabbit Hole for a little bit of time. Mine was all about content creation and streaming, and yours was all about gaming and gaming news. Right.
Yeah.
And then we've known each other for a little bit of time now, and we figured it was about time that we do something together. Like to your point earlier, Bearded, like, I don't know why we haven't done something together before.
No, because we've done a lot of streams together.
Yeah.
And catch-ups, but we've never done anything actually set down serious, you and I together. It's like, well, yeah, we should be doing this.
I think like it had something to do with like just where we were with doing things. Like I had a podcast going for a while, and like, time is limited. Being a dad, being a parent, all that stuff, and working, you have limited time. So like I couldn't do more podcasts at once. And then I was working on Elevated, and you were working on Eyes on Gaming, and then all of a sudden like everything kind of like stopped for both of us to an extent, or slow down.
Yeah.
And both like, hey, why don't we do something? Why don't we do something together? But maybe not too serious. My podcast was kind of
more relaxed,
and your Eyes on Gaming was
time consuming.
Yes, you're doing it daily almost, right?
It was 5 days a week. I tried to give myself 2 days off, which was Mondays and Tuesdays, because I tried to line my podcast up with the news where it flew in with American times. So there'd be 2 shorts every day. So that would take me about an hour to figure out what I wanted to do, record, edit, upload. And then on Sunday, there would be an hour podcast. And then usually on the day off, Monday and Tuesday, I would then quickly edit the podcast, upload it to YouTube and everywhere else. So I got it down really quick to how to do it. But it was just, now that I've just recently had a baby, that kind of blew it out the water, where I had my set routine and that's gone. I don't have that anymore.
Right.
So it'll be back one day.
That's a lot of work. It's funny, we're both into content creation, streaming, and all that stuff, and obviously we both have family, both have kids, and work, and
we're both professionals. That's the other thing.
We are. So all that stuff is going on, and it's like, hey, we put this podcast together, and we both decided we want to make it more just kind of casual, and just talk about whatever. I mean, related to gaming and streaming and all that stuff, but just have fun with it. Just talk about life, and so it's a lot more casual. And because I used to be a lot more preachy, I guess, or ranty in my normal podcasts and on my streams.
I don't think so. I got a mug that says that you're not preachy.
Look at that, huh? Yeah, that's me. Yeah, that's what I do. So we put this together, and we're just gonna talk about whatever. So I would say you never quite know what you're gonna get every week from us.
No.
I don't even know. I don't know what we're going to get tonight, to be honest with you.
No, and we talked about it the other day. Without even thinking, we didn't realize there's plenty of dads, family dads out there that are into content creation, especially just within our circle that we know of.
Yeah.
That there's heaps of people that are doing it, and it's not easy.
Yeah. It's not easy. It's a struggle because, like, content creation, streaming, whatever, making podcasts, all of this takes time, like a lot of time. The editing, the promotion, the posting, all that stuff. And then you have to balance that with your family, your work and family responsibilities. It is not for the faint of heart.
And you and I both have similar wives in the sense that some of our other friends, their wives are involved or know, a bit more understanding of the journey. Where both of our wives are not, that's not their cup of tea. I got my wife to stream twice or something, but it's not her cup of tea. She doesn't quite get it. Your wife doesn't get it. So they're usually off doing their own thing at that same time. So trying to get that understanding and breaking that knowledge is a journey in itself too.
Yep. Yeah, I usually I'm going outside. Where are you going? I'm going to go out to the office and do a stream or whatever, record a podcast. It's like, okay. It's like a lot of love. There's a lot of love being thrown out there.
My wife sent me the best meme the other day about me.
Yeah.
She said it was Titanic, Leonardo DiCaprio saying goodbye to Rose. And then it says, I haven't seen him for 84 years because that's you every time you go to game.
Yes. Yeah. Like tonight, she's like, hey, how long are you going to be out there? I'm like, a couple hours. Who knows? I haven't, as a game I'm waiting to play. So after we're done here, who knows? I might even start a game. I'll come in at like midnight or 1 a.m. Which I should mention, I say 1 a.m. It's not 1 a.m. for both of us. I'm on the East Coast in the U.S. He's in Australia.
10 a.m. for me.
It is 8 p.m. for me. 8 p.m. the day before you, technically.
Yes. Yeah, you're on Friday night. I'm into Saturday already.
Yeah.
Tomorrow we got Father's Day. I can't wait.
Oh, yeah? Ours was in June. Father's Day isn't a thing really in my house. Like, it's, I don't want to say nobody cares, but, my wife tries to make a bigger effort about it, but the kids are like, oh, is it Father's Day? Oh, huh.
They're like, the kids give me some stuff, and then we've kind of made a routine of going out for breakfast.
Yep.
To different places, so just go for a big buffet breakfast. And then after that, we get home. I don't see him for the rest of the day. That's kind of Father's Day. It's like a few hours in the morning, and then we're done.
Yeah. That's what it's like here too. My older son, he's at that stage of his life where everything is just, hey, how was your day? It was fine. He doesn't really need to acknowledge your presence generally, but so.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember is another one I get a lot. How was your day? I don't know.
Yeah.
Was it good? I don't remember. Wait, how do you not remember? It was like 3 hours ago.
You know what, though? Like, I'm trying to think, was I like that as a kid? If so, like, I feel like I should call my mom and apologize because, like, it's like such a dick move. Like, I don't know.
I said to my mom the other week, because we have a 15-year-old as our oldest, and some of the shit that comes out of her mouth, I'm like, you're so full of crap. Like, I don't know how you're trying to peddle this lie in front of us, and you just got to sit there and go, yeah. And then she walks away, and then the wife and I look at each other. I'm like, does she honestly think she's getting away with this? And then afterwards, I thought, hold on, did I say shit like that? Like, was I just saying shit to my parents? And they could see through everything I was saying, and just went, just let it be.
My older son, I have two boys, by the way, but my older son, he's 12. He's a terrible liar. Like, it's bad.
Yes.
But the thing
it's
is,
horribly bad.
Have an agreement. We'll never call him out on it to his face because we don't want him to know that we know how bad of a liar he is until it's something important. Because
I started telling it. Yeah, when it's important, I tell him how bad he is.
Right. But he's terrible liar. Like, it's. But then my younger son, he won't tell a lie. It's weird. He won't lie. He's a great kid. Like, not that my other one isn't, if he ever listens to this. But the younger one won't tell a lie.
The ranking system here.
Even for his brother, he'll snitch on his brother. Like, we're going somewhere, and my older son asked like for some permission to do something, and my younger son says, "Hey, but didn't you not do that thing the other day?" And in my head, I'm like, how is it your business? Shut up.
Like, yeah. I see how it is. You want to rain on his parade. That's fine.
Yeah. So,
no,
I don't know.
I think kids the same everywhere. They might do that all the time.
Do they?
Yeah. I just woke my son up, actually, just before. Because I told him last night he was on the computer playing something. I'm like, dude, you need to get to bed. He's 12, so the same age as your son. I'm like, you need to go to bed because I'd like, just so you can get up at a reasonable time tomorrow. And then it was, only half an hour ago. I'm like, hey, man, are you actually going to wake up, dude? Like, you're still passed out.
Right.
Yeah, he's like a drunken teenager.
It is crazy. And both my boys play games. My older one now, he's got a tablet he brings in his room. He doesn't have a computer in his room or anything like that, but he's got his tablet. And, it is a thing where I'll come down to get a drink in the middle of the night. I'll see that light from under his door.
Yeah.
And I think he'll hear me walking over. By the time I get there, the light is out. He's sound asleep. He's asleep, apparently.
Yeah. There's no light. It was a weird phenomenon you saw. It wasn't what you saw.
But, so your kid's game?
My son does. He heavily games all the time. The eldest doesn't. Apparently she has a Switch, but I don't think I've ever seen her touch it. And the middle daughter, she started gaming, but it's very Sims only. And I think that's like a tribute to my mother because she's a Sims addict. So it's kind of like just push that into her. So I've got one solid gamer in the house, one very solid gamer.
Yeah. Both my boys are really into gaming. I mean, it's right now, but they're kind of like me where I'll play one game for 4 years and then I'll play another game for 4 years. Right? They were Minecraft solid. And now for some reason they got onto Animal Crossing. My wife my wife doesn't like them to play anything too violent. So they haven't gotten to a lot of different things. Hopefully she doesn't listen to this, but sometimes when she's not home, I will go play games and they'll just watch whatever I'm playing. Yeah. But if she's listening to this, I'm totally lying. They never do that.
I've kind of relaxed on that one. Well, actually, both the two middle daughters, they play Roblox and Minecraft a lot.
Okay.
And then one of them adds The Sims. And then the son kind of tried to keep it in line with what he was playing, but now I'm just do what you want, really. And he still hasn't taken that as far as I thought he would. He's got a good, decent gaming computer in his room.
Yeah.
He could play, your Doom and all that because that's on Game Pass.
Yeah.
And he doesn't. And most of the games I've seen him play, it's not that. He's just choosing not to. I'm like, oh, you interested in this game? Oh, nah. I'm like, oh, okay. That's fine then.
Right.
Fortnite probably is as violent as it gets for him.
Neither of my boys really like anything that. I mean, they like the action games, but they don't like it if it's scary at all, which is fine because you guys who are listening probably don't know this. I am not a horror game player at all. I'll watch the movies. I love horror movies, but when I watch the horror game, I am in that character and I don't want to be there because I've seen too many horror movies. I know what's going to happen. I don't want to be in that situation. But my boys, they wouldn't even watch Remnant, and cause there are some jump scares in a way. The monsters come out all the time, and it's too much for me. So they won't even watch that. But they so that's not their style of game.
My son got into Five Nights at Freddy's. So that was 6 years ago. When he was starting school, because every boy at school was into Five Nights at Freddy's, and you could get it on your tablet because that's all he gamed on back then. So they played all the time Five Nights at Freddy's.
I think my son would shit himself. No. And so me knowing that sometimes he can. Hopefully he'll never listen to this. Me knowing that sometimes he can get a little bit jumpy. Maybe I sometimes put on my Michael Myers mask and stand outside his window. Maybe I do that. Maybe I'm the kind of dad that does that. I don't know. Maybe. Yes, that would be me. So I don't like horror games, but it's funny because every October on stream I play horror games the whole month. Not because I want to, but because I find it funny to watch a grown man just Hortober. Hortober.
It's
Hortober.
Great.
That's what it is.
It's a great month.
Yeah, I don't enjoy it. In fact, I got to start figuring out what games I'm gonna play. My first year,
I did say I'll do Phasmo again.
Well, we'll do that. We'll play Phasmo. I'm sure we will. Hopefully, my computer will be in a better shape than it was the last time we tried to play.
Because now I just said to Google the other day. Well, I got my VR, but then I've changed and moved to the Quest over my Vive. to go, and I've got brilliant wireless in this house, so I can actually stream from my PC to my Quest wirelessly without losing any quality.
Wow.
So I can play better quality on my Quest now and be wireless. So I said I'm now completely able to curl into a ball without getting tangled in cords.
It's a power move, I think.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah, it is a power move. It's like it's shield mode, really.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's shield mode. Yeah, but I'm not looking forward to it. This will be my third year doing Horror October, not whatever else you guys perverts are thinking. First year was mostly solo games, and that was a mistake because I got so anxious I would get not physically nauseous. I was so worked up. Last year I did mostly co-op games, so that wasn't as bad. This year, my evil moderator Goulette is trying to convince me to do more solo games again because she had a ball watching me get upset. I don't know. We'll see. What?
Mortuary's Assistant. We both hated that game.
Oh, I have flashbacks from that one. I played it for 2 hours.
Yeah, and then every so often I go, yeah, okay, I'll give it another go. And I'm like, why am I doing this to myself? Why do I hate myself?
Why would you do that?
Exactly. I play it for like 20 minutes. I go, that's right. This is why I hate this game.
There's another one out that a friend of mine is trying to get me to play. All she does is play horror games. Xeno. It's like Megan or Amanda.
Yeah, Megan.
Yeah. And she goes, more.
I think I saw the Cosmic Wolf play that or something, and I saw her do that. I'm like, I'm not watching the stream. I'm good.
Yeah. People that play horror games said, Morph, you should play this. And if they recommended it to me, there's no way I'm playing it because they're setting me up.
No.
I don't know. So horror games aren't my thing. What kind of games do you play? Like, what's your favorite game?
Let's go my least favorite games. I don't like horror games,
and
that's it. I'll play anything else.
Yeah. So
there's a lot. I love management. Like I play.
You're not going to hear talk about horror games in this show. Really, we're not. No.
Also, I was trying to think. In 1 month on Twitch, I was brewing beer in a simulator. I was running a food truck.
Yep.
In another game.
Yep.
FPS games. I was playing arcade games, like arcade racing games.
Yep.
I think I played Mortal Kombat Fighter game in there. Like I nearly covered every genre in 1 month just out of random games.
So you're all over the place.
Whatever sounds interesting.
Yeah. Oddly enough, if you don't know what I do is I don't really game a lot. At least I wasn't gaming a lot on Twitch. I did a lot of talking. But yeah, horror games are probably the one genre that I will only play for in October. Other than that, I will not touch them. And I play almost everything else, but I don't love battle royales. Not because I don't like them, but because I'm terrible at them.
Give me 2 seconds.
What's that?
Give me 2 seconds. Hold on. Second. This is going to be more interesting now.
We have a guest.
The stakes have risen.
Our first guest.
We do. It's Dakota. It's my newest one. So I knew my wife had to, looked at the time, I knew she had to go pick up one of our other children and run to the shop. So I'm like, you want to just pass her here?
She's still asleep, too.
Yes. This is sleep time.
That's awesome. Yeah, so we have for anyone who doesn't see this video, we have a guest on the show now. Bearded Nova's 5th child.
Yeah, 2 months old now.
2 months.
Yeah, it's going quick.
Already in show business. The trivia for her: she was on her first podcast at 2 months old.
Yeah. Her first TikTok got 4,000 views.
Better
than my first TikTok. So what are we
besides
excited
horror
for?
games, like you said you like pretty much everything but horror games, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So technically, at the moment, what I'm playing is Slay the Spire.
What is it?
Slay the Spire. So it's an indie card game, take to turn-based card game. You fight roguelike.
Yep.
Reason for it is I can do this, feed a bottle, and play with one-handed. Like it's a game that my hands are big enough that I can just lay the controller there. I don't have to worry about timing. that I can still play a game one-handed while looking after a baby. Like,
That's awesome.
yeah, there's actually that's the game I've played the most the last 2 months. Is purely because I'm like, I can do this one-handed at the moment, and I've just moved into PGA because I realized I can play that one-handed too.
Right.
Yeah. What dad doesn't play golf?
I don't have that. I don't have that challenge right now. So I've been playing a lot of Diablo and Remnant lately. Remnant.
Yeah,
2.
I was playing so much Diablo until this one was born.
Did we ever play together?
Yeah, we played a couple of times.
Well, a couple times, right? Yeah.
Before the season.
I didn't play the season. I played one day of the season and I didn't like it, so I stopped. But I still played in the Eternal Realm.
I didn't mind the season. It didn't really bother me.
It wasn't anything different. Slightly small little story.
That's all seasons are. They're just slightly different on each time. They add new mechanics inside, which is those hearts at the moment that you can. That's really it.
I didn't give a shit about the hearts.
You got a new storyline though, and new bosses.
Did, but I heard it wasn't very long.
I don't know. I didn't get that far.
Me either. But I read that it wasn't very long. The new season 2's been announced. I think it's like vampires or something like that.
Okay.
So I like vampires, so I might play that. But for the story, my problem with the first one is the biggest deal was this whole malignant heart, which are very powerful, but you can't bring them back to the Eternal Realm. So I'm like, I'm not busting my ass to farm this heart. It will cease to exist on October 17th. I don't feel like doing that. But if you tell me there's a story I like in season 2, sure, I'll play that. But I really want a continuation of the story from the main story. Because I love it.
I skipped the dialogue.
Did you? That's me. I skip all the lore usually, but I like this one.
I normally don't skip the lore. But this one, because I was time crunching when I was playing it and I was trying to get to level. I'm like, I don't have time to listen to your jabber. Just escape through it all. Like, everything. Skipped it all. I didn't need it. Words for losers. Me in that game. I wasn't putting up with words.
So do you have opinion on Lilith? Because I was siding with Lilith through the whole thing. I was upset that I had to kill her.
I don't even know what it was about. That's how much I have little to know a story. I just went through, killed everything that got him away, made myself explode into lots of powerful colors, and then called it a day. Like that was it. Like, I'm like, cool. I can walk into a room and kill everything very quickly. I am now complete in my life.
That's the thing. I played Diablo 1, and then I didn't play anything 2 or 3 because I didn't love Diablo 1. I didn't like that kind of gameplay. It's changed now. It's a lot better.
Major.
Yeah. In fact,
one was very hard to stomach compared to.
Yeah. I wasn't going to play this until I saw you playing it with Dom. And I'm like, that looks like fun, man. I want to get into that.
Well, it was to me, it took over. I had gotten as far as installing WoW. I hadn't re-signed the subscription, but I had installed WoW and I was ready to play it. And then Diablo came out. I'm like, I don't need to pay for a subscription, and I can come and go as I please and get experience and level. So that came in at the perfect time to stop that from happening again.
So, wow, like you know this story, but like I played for 6 years or so.
Oh yeah, same. I stopped massive
6 or 7 years. I just got back into it several months ago, and then Diablo came. I restarted the subscription, everything, and then I was leveling up characters. Diablo comes out, and I stopped. I was having so much fun with Diablo, and then Remnant came out, and I'm in Remnant. I've kind of set Diablo to the side because I'm a one game. I can't bounce between games. I mean, that's me. Like I play one game till I'm sick of it, and then I move on to the next one. So now I'm Remnant. Now next will be Starfield.
Yeah, I'm on the fence about Starfield. I'm very much on the fence to it.
Oh yeah,
it's definitely. I've been burnt by too many Bethesda games in the past. I think I'm still very bitter about Fallout 4. Like,
What? That's
extremely
one of my top 5
bitter.
games.
Extremely bitter. So I had operations and I couldn't go anywhere. And where I was living at the time had horrible internet.
Okay.
So I purposely went out and went, oh, cool, Fallout 4 is coming. I'll go buy that day one release. Got the disc, it's down here somewhere. Got home to install it because I thought, big game, I'll install it and I'll be good to go. It installed 3 gig of data and then said, okay, now you need to download the rest of the game. And I was on a connection that downloaded at around 20 kilobytes a second. It took me 4 or 5 days to download that game. I was ropeable, pissed off, and then by the time I got into that game, I didn't enjoy any of it because I was so bitter about the installation process. I played a fair bit of it, but I was just pissed off at the game the entire way through, like just comparing it to any other game that I could think of at the time to find problems with it.
Wow.
Skyrim.
That's another one of my top 5.
Never finished it.
Really?
I own 10 copies of the game.
Yes.
Never got past Whitefall.
Yeah.
Wait,
what?
Yeah, I keep buying the game thinking that I'll play it, and I even went. I made a thing on the stream. Like, I'm going to finally play it. I got to Whitefall, and then I never came back again. I'm like, I'm done. Walked away.
Wow.
I have it in VR on PlayStation, VR PC, VR PlayStation. 2 copies on Steam, a copy on the PlayStation, a copy on Xbox. Yeah, I've brought it multiple times thinking there has to be some type of way I'm going to play it.
Todd Howard thanks you for that.
Yeah, he does. I supported that community way too much. I look like a diehard fan for someone who's never
never passed Whitefall. I love Skyrim. So I played WoW for 6 straight years, and I didn't play. Not exaggerating, I played no other games during the time. When I stopped playing WoW, I was burnt out, and then Skyrim came out, and that's all that I played until Fallout 4 came out, and then that's all I played for quite some time, and then I started mixing it up. So over a 10-year, a greater than 10-year period, I played 3 total games. Constantly, but 3 total games.
So, and to put it in perspective, though, I did everything in Fallout 2, Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas, Morrowind. I was a massive Elder Scrolls fan. Yeah. Morrowind and Oblivion. Played the shit out of them. So in theory, you think all these games are made for me. Just some reason it never clicked.
So I played Skyrim a lot. I've never played any of the other Elder Scrolls games.
See, Morrowind was my favorite because you could die at the start of it. As you're walking down the road, a guy falls out of the sky and lands on the road and dead. And he has a ability on him that allows you to jump extremely high and far.
Yeah.
But you don't have the ability to not take fall damage. So technically at the start of the game, if you use that ability, you could jump across the map and kill yourself if you landed on solid ground and didn't land in water.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That sounds kind of crazy.
But
I never played any of the others. Just like Fallout, I'm infatuated with Fallout 4. I haven't played any of the Fallout series.
Yeah, the other ones were better, I thought. Didn't have building.
I heard New Vegas was the best. People like that a lot.
Vegas is great. I still like 2 and 1 the originals. Way better.
So I think for me, it's I wouldn't consider. I watch a lot of movies. I wouldn't consider myself a movie buff, but I can't watch old movies because they look old and the graphics or whatever. Same with me in games.
Similar to
I can't
games.
play old games because the new one is so much easier to use, quality of life and all that shit. I'm I don't want to play this old game.
Fallout 2 and 1, I think you could go back and play them because they still stick because it's isometric. Even though they're pixelated a little bit,
yeah,
it's a different style of game. It's not first person. It's not a shooter. It's just a turn-based combat.
Okay.
It's very.
I don't love that.
It's turn-based combat where you can go, I'm going to shoot and then I'm going to move. But the mechanics in it were great. You could make yourself stupid, like unable to talk to people. Just remove all your intelligence. And you wouldn't be able to talk to anyone in the game because everyone would just say, I don't understand what you're saying because you're just mumbling stuff because you don't have the intelligence to put words. But if you wanted to play that game that way, you can play that game that way. Like it was your actions felt like they had a lot more gravity inside the game. Like whatever you did actually mattered and it gave you a spiel. Like, oh, okay, you went through and killed everyone in that town. This town has no one left in it. It would tell you that you killed everyone in that town.
Yeah. So I think one thing you mentioned is like you said the turn-based. I have never been able to get into games like that, which is why I haven't played Baldur's Gate. Is I don't enjoy turn-based games. I don't know why. It's not my thing.
Turn-based games to me switch my brain off for a little bit. I can think about stuff.
Because you have time. I feel like I want that, like rapid action.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it gives me an ability to be tactical, I guess.
It would help when you're doing what you're doing now, holding your baby.
Yeah, right? I should do a Fallout stream. They fall out like this. One-handed mouse gameplay.
But yeah, so Bethesda is one of the best and most frustrating game studios. They make good conceptual games. The execution isn't always good. It was meme of a Bethesda game's gonna be just bug ridden when it comes out. When you promote something as the next Fallout 4 and Skyrim, and you're talking two of my top 5 games, it's hard for me not to have lofty expectations for it, which in my opinion means that it can't help but miss them. You know, I'm sure I will like it, but I'll always be ranking it against Skyrim and Fallout 4 when I'm playing it, and I don't know how it could possibly hit.
I'll play it, but I've said since start, what I'm seeing is No Man's Sky 2.0, a second No Man's Sky, which is not going to be the game that they said it's going to be at release, but it'll eventually become this game that they said it's going to be. That's my opinion on it. And then seeing that, there's 1,000 planets, but 9,900 of them are empty.
Yes.
Why the fuck do we? But I get it. There are planets that are empty, but not.
I mean, in the universe, sure, but it's just like sounds like a time sink to get resources and shit.
Two things. Yeah, one, you're killing your performance having a whole lot of empty planets for no reason. Like it doesn't take much, but you could have just deleted them. They don't need to be there. Or two, populate them and then do the No Man's Sky. Like, oh, holy crap, you can go explore some planets and actually spend time on them, because the majority of the time you're going to land on a planet, go, nothing's here, and leave.
Yeah,
nothing's here, leave. Like that sounds boring to me.
I hope it isn't really No Man's Sky 2.0 because I couldn't get into No Man's Sky.
So what movies are you excited for coming up, I guess?
I'm a huge superhero movie. I'm a huge movie fan. Like I go to movies, I wouldn't say every week, but almost every week. I
don't. I love movies, but I don't go.
You have 14,000 children, so
and I don't like going to the movies with children.
I don't either. I go to the movies a lot, almost always either by myself or with one. I have like one friend that I go to the movies with because none of the others want to see anything that I do. So no, but any superhero movie by Marvel, I will go see definitely. DC is hit or miss. Any good horror movies? Like I'm really excited for The Nun 2.
I just finished catching up with all my Marvel ones.
Okay.
No, I didn't. I've got one more to watch.
Which one?
Eternals.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the one I was like, if I don't get it, I don't get it. If I don't get to it, I don't get to it. That's where I am with that one at the moment.
I was very excited for that one. I will stop there.
Oh, no, I was also... So I had to still watch... I'd skipped Captain Marvel at the time at the cinemas. Really? I'm like, I'll come back to that when I come back to that. And then with Secret Invasion, I'm like, okay, now it's time to watch Captain Marvel.
Yeah,
I know what this is all about. I'll get that done. Didn't mind that.
I enjoy that one. I'm looking forward to Marvel's the Marvels, Captain Marvel 2 coming out soon.
And then Ant-Man, Quantumania. That was decent. That was decent. It wasn't as bad as what I said. It was people were complaining about it.
With Ant-Man, you have to go into them with a certain mindset that it's not going to be mind-blowing. It's going to be just kind of silly, kind of campy, just fun. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, no. And then Guardians 3. That was last weekend.
That had a different tone than the first two.
No, but I didn't mind it.
No.
I liked it. I love all the Guardians.
My one of my kids was a little bit upset at some of the animal stuff. But
oh yeah, that was I was like, when I was watching it with the wife, I'm like, I am surprised I didn't get covered on the internet with how Peter hates Disney and animal cruelty and the rest of it. Like, I am so surprised this movie wasn't coughing it left, right, and center.
I'm surprised too. I mean, you heard some mentions of I read one thing that says don't bring your children to it. But other than that, I didn't hear any like protests or shit like that.
No, but overall, it was a great movie.
Yeah.
I like Guardians.
Secret Invasion disappointed me. They built it as this big spy thriller, and I was thinking an even more cool version of like Winter Soldier. Yeah. But it let me down.
Yeah, I think I haven't watched that one yet.
But I didn't love it either.
Yeah, I'm on I haven't got to that one yet. I think that's the next TV series I've got to go. That's it. Then I'll be back up. Then I'll be back up to date with Marvel. I won't
give you any spoilers, but it's not as much of a spy thriller as they make it seem out to be.
Yeah,
but
basically, I'm going to try and punch it out before Loki season 2 comes out.
Loki was great. I
love Loki. That was great.
And
that's one of my favorite.
When is that's coming out soon? I think
this year.
Yeah,
for sure.
What about you? Are there any movies coming out that you're looking for?
No, that's really it. I catch up with stuff when it comes through to streaming services nowadays.
Yeah. Yep.
And then I kind of made it because I always watch things late at night. Usually it's my time, so I wait till late, then catch up. Like, there's a couple of older movies I got to catch up on still, but that's nothing on the horizon.
Yep.
That I can think of that I want. What's the next? Besides Marvel, anything Marvel, I'm pretty excited to go see. With what's coming out, but there's nothing. Yeah, next Marvel ones. That's probably the only ones that I want to watch.
Okay.
That's what else? What's the next one that we got coming up? Something else at the end of this year.
Captain Marvel is in November.
Yeah.
There's Aquaman for DC coming out in December. Well, no, I think that was pushed back to next year.
A new Aquaman? That's the reboot, is it?
No, it's just a sequel.
I haven't watched the first one. It's on the list to watch, but I'm like, it's DC. So
I don't know about DC, man. So I did a Marvel tiering list, like 3 hours long, a few weeks ago on LiveSpace. I'm going to do a DC one in a few weeks.
It'd be really short, that.
I'm doing it just to do it, partially because I'm going to bash it, but it might be harder to find people who want to come on and talk about DC movies because people just don't watch them as much as they watch Marvel. But DC versus Marvel, my God, DC has the more iconic characters, and they don't know what they're doing. They do not know how to make a good.
My biggest gripe with DC has always been their characters. They've got iconic characters, yeah, but they're too one direction. Like Superman. Everyone always asks for a Superman video game. Yeah. Why? It'd be the shittest video game there is.
Right.
It always has been. He's an over-the-top hero. Like, you can fly, you've got speed. Why would you want to play a game as that? Like, what are you going to do in it? How are you going to get better? Like, that's why there isn't Superman games out the arse, because you got way more Batman games because it's controllable character, more grounded. Superman, you can't do that. The Flash, again, horrible to put into a video game. Like, I love the TV series, The Flash. I love that. I don't like the DC Universe version of The Flash. I think he's an idiot. I got really excited. I kind of like that. Kind of killed it for me. Like the Arrowverse, loved
the first 2 seasons of the Arrowverse. Anyway, it got weird.
Yeah, it got weird. But the same with that and Flash. Like, I'm like, this is some good TV that they're doing. And then they just couldn't do it to the movies. Batman, Batflick. I like Ben Affleck. I thought, yes, this is the Batman I need in my life. He's my favorite one because he's older, grumpier, slightly overweight, and just pissed off at the world. So I can relate to him so much more. And that's the Batman I need. I need the Batman that's just angry and angry at everyone. Well, and then when he didn't want to do it, I was like,
Christian Bale was my favorite Batman because he hated people and he was angry all the time. So I into that.
It's the same reason. That's what I want. That's what I want in my Batman. Someone that's pissed off at the world.
Yeah. Although I will say, I was surprised at how good Robert Pattinson was. I thought he was going to be terrible. But that was a damn good Batman movie.
I think my comments going into that movie was, I don't want to watch some fucking glitter fairy be Batman.
I was just gonna say that. I was thinking, is he gonna fucking glitter in this movie?
Yeah. I don't need this in my Batman. Then I watched it, I'm like, better than I thought it was gonna be. Actually, I could give that to him.
Now, if DC ever made a universe, give me one with Joaquin Phoenix's the Joker and Robert Pattinson's Batman. That would be like DC keeps trying to make themselves like Marvel. No, go gritty. Don't go stupid dark. But
that's what DC is gritty. DC is way more grittier.
But they can't decide if they want to be gritty or if they want to go Suicide Squad's Birds of Prey, stupid, silly,
funny. Yeah, I don't want that side. Like I feel really bad. This is a parent. This is a parent thing to me, but I refuse to let any of my daughters dress up as Harley Quinn.
Fair.
And they don't get it. And I've explained it. It's basically the character. She's not a character for little girls. You shouldn't be proud to be Harley Quinn. I said that a lot of people have got a really delusional in the head of Harley Quinn's really cool. No, that's really sad to know that that's a woman of domestic abuse. Like that's really what that character is. And
right.
To me, she's not empowering. You want to be Wonder Woman? Go for it. I will make you anything to be Wonder Woman. She's a powerful woman, but Harley Quinn, please don't dress up like Harley Quinn girls. But
right. I think your daughter agrees.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
I like Harley Quinn is a broken character.
Yeah.
You know?
Like I get it. They made her fun and exciting in the movies with Robbie Margaret, but yeah, not.
Is she's Australian?
Yeah. Yeah, she's from out west. Smaller town out west. She worked in the subway out there.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. This is a town actually she's from a town that actually doesn't have cinemas.
Really?
Yeah, there's no cinemas in that town.
That's funny.
There's about 14 pubs though. There's a ton of pubs in that town, but no cinema.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Was Tom Hardy from Australia or is he from the UK?
UK.
UK. Yeah.
I like Tom Hardy.
I would watch any movie with him in it.
I have no problems watching movies with him. He's a great actor. I'm surprised he isn't involved.
Like when you're watching them, you forget who it is. Yeah. It's not like it's Tom Cruise. Like, oh, there's Tom Cruise. Oh, there's Keanu Reeves. Oh, there. You know what I mean? Like, is that Tom Hardy? Like, because it's awesome. He's awesome.
Yeah, no, I have no problems watching Tom Hardy. That's why I loved it when they casted him as Venom. I'm like, yes, this is the Venom I needed in my life.
If he wasn't the main actor, that movie would have been terrible.
Yeah.
Because honestly, it's not a great movie. And the second one is please don't watch it. The second one was bad, even with him. I didn't like it.
I put up with it. I put up with it because it was Venom. Basically, I wanted to see Carnage, and that was it.
Woody Harrelson and Carnage. Like when they showed the post credit after the first Venom,
first one,
and they showed what Woody Harrelson looked like, I'm like, oh no, it's gonna be, and it was bad.
Yeah,
like, that movie shouldn't have just been. Carnage is a beast in the comics. He wasn't. It was very quick in the movie.
One of my favorite games of the early 90s was a Spider-Man game on Sega Mega Drive or Sega Genesis, depending on where you are.
Yep.
And it was a Spider-Man Venom Carnage game. You got to choose which character you wanted. It was like a Streets of Rage style game. You just went around and beat the crap out of everything. That was cool.
Yeah. I don't remember that one. We did it.
I can't remember what it's called. I'm going to find it, but I don't know.
I remember getting a Sega Genesis. I don't think I played that game. No, I don't think I did.
Sega Genesis was for all the cool people. That's the best way to put it. I just remember having that, and most of my friends had the Super Nintendo. I'm like, nah,
Yeah.
let's go. I got the real games here. I got the adult games here.
Yep. Yep. Hey, thanks for tuning into the podcast today. If you like it, be sure to share it, leave comments, and we'll catch you next time on the Dad Mode.